Thanks for staying with us today. I'm Doug Reardon.
And I'm Annie Satowski. In the past week, a lot of focus has been put on a relatively unknown government agency.
Now, on a typical day, the General Services Administration would focus on smaller things like federal real estate or transportation for government workers, but they also play a very important role in elections.
It's a very complex process, and there are a lot of moving parts.
Transitioning between presidents is a monumental task. From the biggest issues to the most minute, Robert YOON, political science professor with U of M, says there is a lot to do.
And all of that starts once the GSA gives the go-ahead.
The General Services Administration typically handles small government affairs like federal real estate. But they've gotten a lot of attention this year because, more or less, they're the ones who kick off a transition. Normally, that happens a few days after election, but because of President Trump's refusal to concede, the GSA and Trump-appointed agency leader Emily Murphy haven't yet.
The less time there is in order to address that transition, it just increases the likelihood or the possibility that details will fall through the cracks.
Without go-ahead from the GSA, the Biden transition team can't get access to almost $10 million in federal funding set aside for winning campaigns to hire new staffers and move into federal offices. And they can't get access to classified intelligence, including crucial information on a surging coronavirus pandemic Biden will inherit when he takes office next year.
A lot of these things can't be done just by ordinary citizens.
It doesn't require a concession to proceed with those practices.
CHERIE teaches political science at Central Michigan University. She says the pressure rests on the GSA to be the referees for a peaceful and democratic transition.
We don't want to resolve these political conflicts through civil war and fighting and military coups the way that other countries have to struggle with, and we decided that a long time ago.
The GSA has delayed announcing a winner once before, in 2000, where issues over ballots in Florida sent the process well into December. But Professor YOON and Professor Strachan say that the results are much more clear this time around, so any delays are irregular.
The situation this time, it is unusual in a case where these media organizations have made the same projection about who the winner is going to be.
And YOON added that at some point the GSA was just going to have to make a decision, he said, likely by the time the Electoral College meets on December 14th.